In today's video, we're going to be unboxing a brand new reel from Purelure, and it's called the Zana. Let's check it out. Alright, so here is the Purelure Zana in all its glory, with some red details, and it's a gunmetal. And firstly, we'll take a look at the knobs and the tolerances. These knobs are those kind of Shimano style, TPE knobs. Feel very comfortable, very, grippy without being over grippy. They spin quite freely. Take a look at the tolerances. In and out play, barely any, quite good. Spin this around here so it's easier to see. Little bit of play there, and in and out of play of the handle. I'd say that is definitely better than average, definitely. I mean, you can feel that it's going in and out a little bit, but you can't really see it. It's barely anything at all, so that's quite good. Now the handle smoothness. Feels quite low resistance. Just easily spinning that with my finger there. And it spins quite freely, so that's nice. All right, let's take a look at the drag star. Now, is this the kind of drag star that you could just spin with one hand? Yeah. So that's nice, how it curves in a little bit there. But being right-handed, this is not ideal for me in terms of dexterity, but yeah, easily done. Have a spin of it. It is fully cranked there, and we'll just check the clicking. Definitely clicks. Pretty good range of motion, and it definitely doesn't feel loose. It feels quite consistent as you spin it around. Obviously the tension increases as your drag goes up, and it lessens as you loosen it off, but that's quite good. Happy with that. Spool tension knob can be an issue with some reels. Let's have a feel of this. So it's got a kind of muted clicking, pretty consistent throughout. It's definitely not loose or anything, so that is a big tick. Now we'll just back this off. We'll just adjust the spool tension so there's a touch of side to side play on the reel. A little bit too much there. There we go, that's about right. All right, now let's check the free spool on the reel. Now you can see the spool is not your typical shallow BFS spool. It's a medium spool. It's not as deep as some spools, but it's definitely a lot deeper than a traditional BFS spool. So we'll give this a free spool. Check the brakes are down. We've got the brakes on 3 there. Clicking brakes, as you can see. Free spool. So the braking seems quite strong, I would say. Crank it up. Try for another free spool. Yeah, those brakes are quite strong. So this reel is probably better for some heavier stuff than some BFS stuff, I would say. All right, now let's check the drag clicker. Sounds the same as the silver feather reels, I'd say. Consistent. I don't feel any jerkiness. I'm not feeling any, lighter and heavier parts that I do on some other cheap reels. So that's quite good. Now the braking goes from 0 up to 6. And there's like 1, 2, 1. In between each number, we've got 4, we've got 1, 2, 3. 3 clicks across to get to your next number. Now let's get a weigh on this bad boy. It's a pretty nice looking reel. Kind of hard to get this on. Ooh, that's giving it away. Zero it out. Pop it on there. 139 grams. That's lighter than I expected. So we'll just take that off again. Just double check. 139 grams, cool. All right, now let's take the spool out and take a look at that. And what do we got here? Got a little open, click that across there. And I think it's a pull out job, not a twist one. Yep, straight out like that. There's our braking. And there is our spool. It actually kind of feels light. Let's get a weigh on it and then we'll check the dimensions. All right, tiny little scales here. This might be a bit of an effort to get this to balance. There we go. Happy with that. 6.12 grams. Let's just try and do it one more time. Is it on 0? Ah, it's -7. Let's try again. Okay, there we go. Around about 6.2 grams. Okay, so let's get some dimensions on the spool. Outer diameter, 27.6 millimeters. Inner diameter, 19.9, 20 millimeters. And let's go this way. Get the inner diameter here, inner width. 19 millimeters. I think my battery's going flat. All right, so check out these brakes. It's definitely a different system. It's it feels dynamic. You can adjust it back and forth like that. Let's see how much travel it has. So we've got it on 0 there. And we'll just increase the brakes. And you see they come out quite far. I'm not sure exactly how this braking system works. You can see a spring there and there. So these magnetic bars are obviously dynamic. And I guess these round magnets inside are static. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got 4 of those round magnets on each side. Yes, the inductor cup here is static. It doesn't move in and out at all. So that's quite interesting. All right, now that is the first look at the Purelure Zana. Now the production model that's going to come out has some different font for the Zana that actually looks a little bit better than this font. But all in all, there's no changes to the production model of the reel. But yeah, what do I think about this reel? Smoothness, the drag, everything seems high quality. Quality control seems good. The looks are good. You know, there's no play in this button. I didn't take a look at that earlier, but no play in that, so that is good too. Yeah, but I think it's more of a multi-purpose baitcasting reel, not what I would call a BFS reel. Maybe you could classify it as a power BFS reel, but more of a bass reel or a you know, reel you might want to use for salt water, that type of thing, for some bigger species. Yeah, in terms of the casting, I have tested it somewhat. I think it's best on around about the, say, 5 to 15, 5 to 20 gram kind of range. But yeah, I'll have to do some more testing and do a full review video on the water. I might even chuck it on a couple of different rods just to kind of see how far I can push it down casting wise and how heavy I can cast it. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. That's the Purelure Zana. Link will be in the description. And as always, tight lines.